If I told you that I made every single NPC meet in Fortnite, you wouldn't believe me, but in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did that. You are not going to want to miss this. Now, to start with, I recruited a bunch of my members to help me get all of the NPCs into one section, and we had to come up with a plan for this. But before we get into that, don't forget, if you guys are new around here, tap that subscribe button. Roughly 98% of you guys watching aren't subscribed, and it means the world to me if we could get to 400,000. And don't forget to tap a like on this video. Let's go for a huge goal of 20,000 likes. I think we can do it, and a huge plan has to be put in place, and that's what you're going to see right now. So first off, I had to find a location to put all the NPCs, and the best way of doing this was taking inspiration from our old videos where we made all of the bosses meet in Season 4. Them videos were insane, but this video is about to be 10 times better because we've got so many NPCs meeting. And we decided on the location inside of Weeping Woods because we could actually create a pit where the NPCs couldn't get out of. Now we had decided the location, we had to pick which NPCs to move in first. Bunker Jonesy was off the list unfortunately because he's impossible to move because he's in ghost form. Now all the others aren't in ghost form and they are able to be moved. So we decided to take all the non-hostile NPCs first. These are the NPCs that you can talk to and not actually the bosses themselves, with the bosses being Slone, Guggimon and Riot. We want to avoid these until later on. Now we've circled all the yellow ones, they're going to go first and they're the ones we're going to move. After this, we're then going to decide to move Riot, then we're going to move Guggimon and then Slone, and then the battle will begin between all of the NPCs on the map. Let's jump into this. Alright, so we're jumping in. The first thing we've got to do is go and grab one of the UFOs located at Pleasant Park. So in Pleasant Park right now, we're going to grab the UFO. There's going to be 3 of them above us. We're going to grab one, then we're going to head straight over to Sunny, take her over to the pit, and then grab a few other NPCs. So we're set. We've taken down one of the trespasser UFOs. We're going to get inside of there, and we're going to fly it over to Believers Beach and pick up Sunny. While this is going on, all my team are picking up all the other NPCs over the map, from Abstrakt to Joey to Dreamflower, Guggimon, Maven, Special Forces, and so many others. There are so many NPCs all over the map. They're going to be grabbing all of them. So here we are at Believers Beach. Let's pick up Sunny and take her over to the pit. So there she is. Let's grab Sunny. Do consider that when I do pick her up, she does become a little bit hostile. Once we leave the area, she will calm down. So let's take her over, make sure she doesn't damage me too much. Alright, so a little bit later, we managed to make it over to the pit, and it's just inside of here. My team have managed to clear it out for us, so we've got a nice little pit down here. We're going to drop Sunny in right here. We are the true masters of the NPC movement. You guys know that we are the best channel on YouTube for all NPC and boss related content, so make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already. And don't forget, you can support me further with code PostboxPat in the item shop if you want to. It only takes a few seconds to enter in. Take a screenshot of the code right now on screen. We're going to continue to move MariGold over. So after a little bit of time of carrying MariGold from obviously Lazy Lake, we almost had her at the pit and we almost had all of the NPCs in. My team were on overdrive. They had everything perfectly planned by me and they were ready to go. We have almost every NPC delivered right now, and this is almost at the stage now to fight the big bosses. Now, let me show you something. So as we begin to take MariGold over, obviously you can see the woods is quite complicated to maneuver around. So we have to take her over, and we've got to be a little bit careful because sometimes when you pick people up with these UFOs, they do drop these NPCs. So what I like to do is just kind of drop her a little bit early and then just re-pick her up, just so I don't use too much battery or accidentally drop her because it just auto drops for some reason. I think this is just the mechanics, you don't carry someone around all game. And now you can see, look at the amount of NPCs we've got down here. We have got so many NPCs right here. They are crowded like mad. My team are doing a great job. We've got Rick, Sawmp, Stalker, Joey, and so many others. So even in the first person view here from, or third person should I say, in out of my ship, you can see, look how many we've got down here. The army is ready to go and the crowd is getting bigger and bigger. We have got so many inside of here. It's going to be a massive crazy one. We've got Maven, Dreamflower, and so many more. All we've got to do now is go and grab the hostile ones, being Guggimon, Slone, and Riot. So let's head over to that. So now Dr. Slone was on our way to the pit, we were ready to go, and we have almost every single NPC inside of the pit. Now, because the NPCs in the pit currently are non-hostile, they were not fighting anyone. They were simply just chilling in there, unable to escape. But as soon as we take these hostile ones in, things are going to go absolutely crazy. These guys are going to go crazy. So we managed to get Slone over. You can see Guggimon's also here. Slone's just across the river now. We're going to drop Guggimon inside. He's going to go inside here straight away. So Guggimon goes inside. Oh, a little bit of a miss there. Let's pick up Guggimon again and get him inside the pit. All right, so Guggimon's moving over the pit. Drop him in nicely. All right, Guggimon's in the pit. You can see obviously Dr. Slone as well here. Let's drop her in. We've got Riot over here as well. My teammates missed the drop, but that's okay. We might be able to pick Riot up and get him in here. All right, a little bit like, oh no, our ship's gone down. Okay, guys, try and get Riot. Try and get Riot. Hopefully my team can actually manage to pick up Riot right now and get them in. This is not good. Riot's actually managed to escape a little bit. He's actually heading back to his POI. Luckily enough, my friend Forgotten Ears got in here and managed to grab Riot, so that's lucky there. And this is it, guys. It looks like Riot is about to go inside the pit, and we've got all of the NPC bosses inside of the pit, and we're going to switch over to replay right now so we can watch the rest of this battle so you guys can see it from a better point of view. Obviously, I can't go in there, otherwise I'm going to get eliminated. Let's switch over to replay. And now we are in the replay, guys, and this is when the fun begins. We are going to see what is going to happen when every single NPC boss meets inside of Fortnite. And just before the battle begins, I want you guys to let me know who your favorite NPC is in the game, and who do you think is going to win this crazy battle. You see, we've got the whole army in here. Everybody is in here right now, and this is going to be a crazy meetup. We've got so many. We've got Sunflower, Sunny, Maven over here in this corner. They are emoting. Just to let you know, guys, the NPCs do emote when they get stuck, so that's why they keep randomly emoting. You see, we've even got Rick in there, Abstrakt, so many Rook, and there comes Guggimon. He gets dropped in straight there. Slone also on the top there. Riot making his little run for it. Like I said before, Guggimon does get inside of the pit. Guggimon's still target on us, though, as the human players. The NPCs have not attracted him just yet. Guggimon is kind of chilling in this corner, so this is interesting. All the NPCs are dancing at the minute, but it's not going to be long until more of these hostile ones gets dropped in. Looks like Slone gets dropped in there. Slone's getting dropped straight into the pit right there. You can see Slone gets dropped in, and the main Slone is inside of the pit. Slone is in the pit right now. Guggimon also targeted on the UFOs up in the sky. You see Slone on the right over there, aiming at Guggimon. Guggimon's still targeting on the NPCs. As soon as Slone hits the Guggimon, he's going to turn over to Slone and start targeting her. So this is going to be an interesting battle here. This looks like it's the real Slone right here. The clone versions aren't here just yet. You can see, obviously, we've got Maven there as well in the back. We've got Rook here. We've got two of the characters down here at the right dancing down as well. We've got Special Forces over on our left. You can see Guggimon facing the opposite way of the human players at the minute. We've even got the Sawmp Stalker, as I like to call the scammer, because she sells wood for 1,000 gold, which is a joke, in the right side over there. We've even got Rick right there, Abstrakt, and so much more going on right now. You can see Guggimon still targeting on us as the human players. Looks like Slone's actually hitting Guggimon right here. Guggimon's going to turn any second right now. Slone aiming for Guggimon. Guggimon's still taking damage. Guggimon's taking damage from Slone, and he's turned now towards the Slone characters. You can see Guggimon is now suppressing these down. But not only is Guggimon in the action, you can also see Joey is joining the action. And on the other side as well, one of my teammates has jumped in just to pick out Abstrakt and a few of these to try and make them a little bit more hostile. You can see Abstrakt start shooting Special Forces. MariGold starts shooting Abstrakt. We've even got Special Forces in there as well. You can see Sawmp still chilling in there in the right corner. But you can see these are absolutely going mad. Sawmp Stalker also joining the fight right here. Even Riot joining. Look at this. His Special Forces goes down right there. You can see MariGold also there. And you can see why this is going on as well. Guggimon on the corner over here, fighting these over here. You can see Joey in there, absolutely going crazy with the Slones teaming up right there. Rook still emoting right there. This is just insane. Rick as well in the fight right here. Abstrakt. So much is going on in this situation. It's so hard to commentate right now, guys. I'm really struggling to point out what's going on. Guggimon also taking a little bit of damage here as well. You can still see that we do have a few alive in there. Hayseed's also in there. Looks like Hayseed's actually taking a little bit of a fight there. Hayseed actually taking a fight with Joey. That's kind of interesting. Why Slone is continuing to fight the Guggimon. And Guggimon does go down right here. And also Hayseed goes down by Joey. You can see Slone and Joey are teaming up there in that corner section. That's interesting. Slone and Joey. I did not expect that. Rook still continuing to emote. You can see Rick and Abstrakt were having a little bit of a fight before. You can see what happens with this is Abstrakt actually manages to get a bunch of damage on Rick and then decides to go for Riot. But Rick still in between these two, which isn't good, and gets taken out by Slone up there by the looks of it. You can see Abstrakt also completely going crazy for Special Forces, who gets taken out before. And you can see Riot as well in there completely chilling. Riot actually gets into the corner, and MariGold actually makes an elimination on Riot, which is kind of a nice elim. And then you can see Riot respawns, because he does respawn in ghost form. That doesn't show in replay, just to let you know. Abstrakt and Riot are actually having a little battle between each other right here. So yeah, they're going pretty crazy. Riot is in ghost form. Just consider that, guys. It just doesn't show in replay. Abstrakt does get taken out right there as well. So MariGold is still chilling right here as well with Sawmp Stalker on the left. You see Rook and MariGold now going for each other. Looks like Rook has decided to become a little bit hostile. MariGold taking a lot of damage here from Slone and everyone. They're all targeting. MariGold is taking absolute tons of fire, while Sawmp Stalker is continuing to just sit there emoting. Wow. And then MariGold gets taken out. Obviously, ghost form Riot is in there as well as ghost form Guggimon. You can see these are absolutely going crazy right now. We've got the Slones over here. Oh, that just looks like we lost Joey to Slone. I did not expect that. Joey gets absolutely wiped by Slone right there. That was a crazy one. Ripped to Joey. Slone absolutely wrecked Joey right there. So you can see Maven is still alive behind us. While that's going on behind us, we've actually got this combat going on here between Rook and even Sawmp Stalker. Sawmp Stalker completely chilling in there. She has quite a lot of fire coming down to her now. We've got Rook and two Slones actually targeting her. So Slone is really going crazy. This is just an insane battle between these. Rook again decided to target on the actual Sawmp Stalker. Sawmp Stalker completely chilling in the corner. My teammate comes in just to get Rook a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, that sometimes has to be done, otherwise they don't go into aggressive mode. You can see she's trying to pickaxe her way out, but we're not letting her out at all. Sawmp Stalker's still chilling in the corner. Unfortunately, she does have a shotgun, which isn't going to come in much advantage at this range shot here, so this isn't going to give her much at all. She's probably going to get taken out here by Slone and Rook. She's getting absolutely peppered by these shots here coming in from Slone. Rook as well, completely teaming up with Slone. It's kind of interesting to see these teams that are going on in this battle. Slone completely chilling right here. Oh, look at that dodge from the Rook there, completely crouching over the shotgun. It looks like, wow, Rook getting some crazy hits there on the Sawmp Stalker, and the Sawmp Stalker is so low right now and gets taken out by Rook. You can see, obviously, Rook and Slone are teaming up right here. Slone, Rook, crazy stuff. And while that was going on, in the corner over here, you can see we've even got Maven taking some engagement with Sunny and Dreamflower. This was so unexpected as well. Maven suddenly decided to turn on these, and you can see Maven is trying her best to get as much damage off as possible. Even with that SMG, it's not enough to take on two of them. You can see, obviously, Dreamflower and Sunny are absolutely taking on Maven right here. They've cracked a shield, and they get her down right there. Dreamflower and Sunny, the ultimate duo right here. You can see they are now lasering us as human players. But it doesn't take long for Rook to decide, you know what, I'm going to take on these Slones. And she goes absolutely crazy, trying her best to take out them. And she manages to take out one of the clones. But unfortunately, the other Slone does eliminate Rook right there. There are now two Slones remaining. And even, obviously, the Dream duo in the corner right there, coming in with Dreamflower and Sunny, completely camping over there, and the ghost version of Guggimon. You can see the combat between these continues, and they are completely done for right here in the corner. They don't know what's going on. They're trying their best to suppress down the two Slones, but not actually having much luck. They're getting a lot of missed shots here, obviously getting distracted by the human players, and you can see we've got a 2-on-2 situation right here. This is kind of interesting what's happening right now. They've positioned themselves quite nicely, but while this was going on, it looks like something crazy goes in right here. What? They decide to betray each other. Sunny gets taken out by Dreamflower right there, and we've still got two Slones left on this side over here. Slone really is continuing to clone herself, getting another 3 versions of herself in, and now it's a 3v1 with Sunny versus Slone. I drop in Sunny, and it looks like Slone just goes, nope, you're going to get wiped by my two clones. And Sunny is completely clueless right here. She's trying her best to take them on in the fight, but just not getting enough damage off right now. You see double Slone take out the Sunny, and it looks like the crazy win comes in for Team Slone. And to celebrate this, guys, with all the NPCs meeting, I have built you something very special inside of Fortnite called the Ring of Fire. Will you become the boss in the ring? Check out this trailer that I've put together for you.
All the time.